Mann is one of the UK's top 10 life coaches and has helped thousands of people with a variety of problems. Luckily for Teachers TV, Gladina is on hand to respond to some of the requests for help from stressed support staff, tired teachers and harried heads.
Well, I had a plea from Robin this week, and he's a secondary school history teacher, and his life is full of change. In fact, he's changing as fast as a set of traffic lights, so have a look and see what I mean.
My name's Rob Bishop, Head of History at Ashdown Technology College. Been teaching for 4 years, worked in industry before that. In the past 18 months I've got married, we've bought a house, we've had a daughter. Also being a head of department at school, there's added pressures. I had an Ofsted review. Obviously I have to juggle between meetings after school, revision sessions, clubs at school, with getting home to look after my new daughter who's 5 months old and seeing my wife and finding myself some time. The problems I face at school are finding time to do specific tasks, maybe taking on too much and trying to divide my time between all the different, the meetings, the clubs, the students. Leslie's a teacher as well at the same school, so she understands a lot of the pressures of what being a teacher is like. Sometimes it's difficult to switch off, especially when we were both working, but now she's on maternity leave. Obviously, maybe we don't talk about school as much as we used to.
The situation at the moment is probably that I feel guilty, and when he comes back, and more likely to be probably myself, but irritable because I'm tired as well, and we're both tired for different reasons. I think since having Megan I've got a little bit more irritable, and sort of my patience level seems really low. Rob's really good at calming me down, but I don't know how long he's going to have that energy for, and to keep sort of being there and supporting me. And also I need to sort of support him a bit more as well. So from that point of view, my concerns, if it carried on, would that completely change how our relationship?
Well, Robin certainly needs some help, so I better scoot off and see what I can do and see if we can slow those changes down.
Hi Rob, I'm
Hi.
Gladina.
Hi,
Nice
Gladina.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Come on through.
Thank you.
So Robin, tell me, what are your challenges?
Yeah, I think balancing sort of life with work, which is school obviously, and with a new family, a new house, I think relatively new marriage. I think balancing the time between all of those is certainly quite a challenge.
Absolutely, because I mean, the way that I'm looking at it is, there was you and your wife, and then along comes the little one, and so you've got a completely different dynamic really going on, and I guess that's an extra pressure to incorporate.
But now, obviously, Leslie's not at school while she's on maternity leave. The pressures of seeing Megan and helping out around the house and stuff, I think have certainly added to this year. Sometimes I'm good at it, but sometimes things do get on top, and I think it's maybe finding the tasks or the work I've got to do, rather than trying to do it all at the same time.
We've got school, we've got your wife and your baby. How much time do you get for you? Do you have any activities that you do for you on your own?
I go to the gym on Sundays. I like the time to go to the gym during the week. With the sort of pressures of getting home from school, I've either got to go straight there, or I don't go. If Megan's not settled, or I haven't seen Leslie for, she's not feeling great, or I think maybe just a bit of time for myself not much, but would be nice.
Well, Rob, maybe this is a good time to get Leslie in.
Yeah, I'll just Leslie.
Thank you very much for coming and joining us.
That's
now,
okay.
I've had a chat here with your lovely husband, and I just thought it'd be really nice to hear what you feel about the situation.
Well, obviously it's a big change straight away, sort of getting used to having a new baby around. As far as Rob's concerned, I think he does a great job. I think from my point of view, obviously I've been quite sort of run down after having Megan, and it's sort of, I really look forward to Rob coming home, because I'm just not always feeling 100%, and it's just trying to get into the swing of getting back to health really, and getting on with things.
So in a way, what you're describing there at one level is what I would call general settling in as parents, because I think most parents identify with that there's, you know, sleep deprivation seems to set in, at least for the first year. So, and then you kind of sort of get over that. But then also on top of that, there is actually the adjustment to trying to get a new pattern going.
We've had this discussion, but ultimately it's trying to find that balance of I need to find some time to myself, and Rob needs to spend time with Megan on his own, and then obviously family time. But
well, it sounds like what you're talking about is what I often call the you, the me and the us in a relationship. So there's the you and me who are independent. So, you know, to keep a relationship going, you need to keep those independent parts independent. Like you need some activities that are yours, and Rob needs some activities that are his. And then you've got this thing called the us, which is the relationship. And so how do you tend that? And of course in that it's also a baby. If you've been a working woman and then suddenly you're at home all the time, all your anchors have gone.
Yeah. I think it's with me, it's like this guilt. It's like having a sickie from work, and you feel you've got to do something constructive in the day. And it's really hard, I think, from that point of view, to get my head around that. Well, I'm doing a good job. I'm sort of spending time with my daughter, and you know. But obviously, when she's napping, I'm feeling I'm meant to spring clean the house or something.
Whoa, girl! Whoa! I think both of you need some strategies, actually. What I'm thinking about for you, Leslie, is something like this. Sounds to me like there needs to be a big mind shift, that actually it is a legitimate activity for you to take time out to do whatever relaxes you, that you do not have to. I've never seen anyone die from a lack of cleaning a kitchen floor. I just want to tell you that, Leslie, okay? Your task before I come back is to find something.
No, that's fine.
So that, because I think that's going to be so important to you. And I think it's going to actually have a positive effect, not a negative effect, really seriously. So that's your challenge. So I shall be interested to know what it is. Now you, maybe you've got to get tougher with setting your priorities.
Yeah.
And one of those has to be you. Now you do go to the gym on a Sunday, you were saying, and you have your football on Friday night, but you were saying you would like to carve out for yourself another exercise evening or something. And you probably know this because you like your sport, but I mean, exercise is a great stress buster. It eliminates stress hormones. And I think what we need to do is to say, whatever day you agree that this is going to be on, it needs to be earmarked in your diary, actually legitimate activity, you know, so that you will not go, never mind.
I think that's what it is. I think it's very easy to say, I'm going to go to the gym, but...
So legitimising the activity.
Yeah.
The other half, I think, is making some other difficult decisions, perhaps like at the beginning of the day or even at the beginning of the week, about what are the core, key, crucial activities for this week. If you put it in the timetable, labelling it, what will happen then is you have to consciously override it, which is different to, well, I'll kind of do that today. Because then it's easy to override it because something will come up. Whereas if you see it and you're actually kind of like, oh, it's this time now and that's what I'm meant to be doing, you consciously have to go, I'm not going to do it. Okay, so to sum up, I think for you, Leslie, it's about carving out an hour a week for yourself and also to chill. Okay, get over the guilt. It's called motherhood. You've only got 35 years of it now. Okay, for you, Rob, it's about, number one, carving out the gym time for yourself. But number two, being extremely specific about this is what I will do. By making it more concrete, you've got more chance of achieving it. One more thing I think is really important is for you to continue the conversation from today, because you've got some great ideas between you. Okay, you really do. And I think if you can take those away, talk a bit more, but also make sure between you make them concrete. Rob, it's been really good. Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure.
And you, Leslie, and you're doing really well.
Thank you.
So I'm going to look forward to see how you've managed to tweak all of that the next time that I'm here.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye,
Leslie.
Bye.
Well, what a lovely couple. But you know something about this one? When you go through transitions in life, sometimes you just have to accept that nothing is going to be perfect. So let them tweak away, because I think they can refine it. But actually, this is just one of those transition periods. See you soon.
One of the things that I talked about with Gladina was sorting out my timetable, which I've done here. What I've done is I've put in my free non-contact periods, I put specific tasks. So, for instance, I put developing the scheme of work, marking, filing. And one of the other things I've done is try and stay here till sort of 5 o'clock and then cut off unless I've got take work home unless I've got specific stuff to do like coursework marking. It's been quite a hard day. It's about quarter to 5 in the afternoon. I'm about to go home, so I'm looking forward to getting home and seeing Megan and Leslie and giving Megan a bath and feeding her and putting her to bed before I go to the gym after that.
3 months later, and it's time to find out how the you, the me and the us is working for Robin, Leslie and Megan.
So Robin, it's been a little bit of time since I was down to meet with you and Leslie and we had our chat. So how have the strategies been working for you?
Well, one of the first things I did was make on my teaching timetable, I put in on my sort of non-contact periods, I put in specific tasks I had to do. It's a slow process in making me do it, but I'm getting there. Mm-hmm. And then from the home point of view, Tuesday nights I go to the gym at 6:30 once Megan's in bed. I go Thursday night as well. Leslie goes Wednesday night. She does yoga, which is fine, really helpful. She's going also Tuesday and Thursday mornings. Putting Megan in the crash, she's settled into that, and we all go on Sundays, giving us a bit more time as a family and also to do our own thing a little bit as well. So.
Yeah, because I remember when we kind of got together, there was that thing about you two needing to really sit down and plan it, and that sounds like what you've been doing.
Yeah, I mean, we did sit down and we just talked about it and said, you know, we stick to it. Like, even on Thursdays, I teach all day, and I've been teaching A-level after school, so effectively 7 lessons. But I still get home and I go to the gym, which I find really helpful. I'll fall asleep when I get home, but you know, it's switching off from school and also getting a bit of time, so...
Well, I think that's right, because we talked about you kind of all needing your you time, so to speak, and that. So what do you think's left for you? I mean, were there some ways in maybe the strategies weren't as helpful as you would have liked, or...? I
think it's getting really sticking to that routine, because you still get issues, and we still have that juggling process, but it has certainly improved. Okay. Believe it or not, my room's a bit tidier. And I've certainly done quite a bit of filing since I saw you, and that's helped.
And I think you've learned a very valuable lesson, which is when you take that time for you, and whether it's at the gym or going to the garden or whatever, you switch your brain off. It also makes life a lot easier, and one works faster actually then when you do sit down.
No, I think you know, keeping to it is really helped, definitely.
Great. Robin, it's been a real pleasure.
It's been really good to see you again.
You keep up the good work, because you never know, I might come back and check on you.
I hope so.
Take care.
See ya.
Bye. Well, it was really good to catch up with Robin and to hear about him and Leslie. But you see, what that actually proves is take a bit of time out, do a bit of planning, and guess what? You get your sense of control back. See ya.